viewers of Star TV at this moment. As you always know, this is your normal flash sport which comes your way here on Star TV just Tuesday and every other Tuesday at the same time here. On the headlines today we have a jam-pack of very interesting stories. Among them, as we know, the Gambia secure a 1-0 win with 3 points against Tunisia over the weekend, which will be followed by the tradition that the Gambia Football Federation is doing with the unique global solution by appointing or awarding a man of the match after each of the international games that the Scorpions played. We will also be bringing you that of the response of Abdullah Ibrahim Jassi, who also responded to Demba Sanyang on his comment against Musa Barrow on the lose of the Gambia game against Tunisia. We will still go further by bringing you the commitment that the Gambian talisman Musa Barrow always doing to the national team, and we will be bringing you things that was happening to him and he was sacrificing to play for the Gambia without the notice of the general public. We will not be stopping there. As you know, there is another important gesture that happens at Jambanjeli, which a Gambian football agent by the name Sekou said he donated $100,000 to Jambanjeli. We will be bringing you subsequently during the program how that 100,000 is spent and is been designated. We will also be bringing you that of the preseason. As you know, Casa Sport in the Gambia here is a Senegalese first division team that is in the Gambia here for a preseason test games. They played a game with Real de Banjul in Basuri and the game ended 1-1. We'll be bringing you details on that game. And in conclusion, we know the Gambia National Olympic Committee are presently those who are interested of being the candidate of that the GNOC are on their campaign, and we've seen that Jagana came out with his 5 points, which we will bring you details of that. Join us after this short break. We will come back directly and give you the details of the stories. Listen, on Monday, the Gambia yesterday played their last game of the 2025 AFCON qualifiers, which we now hang our boots on the qualifiers of AFCON until next year. It is unfortunate that we secure a 1-0 win to Tunisia, our North African opponents whom we always dominate when it comes to head-to-head, when it comes on paper. Gambian demonstrated their on-paper advantage yesterday against Tunisia by beating them 1-0 in a very interesting game that marked the end of the qualifiers of the African Cup of Nations 2025 in Morocco qualifiers, with a goal scored by Abdoulaye Cissé in the 17th minute and assisted by the assist king and the top scorer as far as these competitions are concerned for the Gambian national team, that is Musa Barrow. We know that the game was really dominated by Tunisia. As we say, there are certain games you need luck to win your game, and that luck is what Gambia benefited from, because it's, as we always insist, making best use of your chance in football, it's always very, very important. Gambia, the lone chance that they have is what they put in and achieve what they want by securing 3 points. As we know, Tunisia have a 64% of ball control possession with 13 shots compared to that of Gambia's 6 shots. But however, the Scorpions' defense were really doing good, in a sense that the focus and the concentration that the Gambian public were crying happens yesterday. They focused, they concentrated, and the goalkeeper also concentrated, whereby he makes significant save that could have buried the game and that could have given us a loss if those goals were in. This is what we need: focus, concentrate, and give us the clean sheets, or at least concede lesser goals. As we know, in the key areas that Tunisia dominates, such as total passes, Tunisia have 582 total passes, whilst the Gambia have 365 total passes. And complete passes, Tunisia have 511, whilst the Gambia have 280 complete passes. The Scorpion capitalized on only the limited chance, as I said earlier, and making best use of it. This can also show and remind our African opponents that regardless of whatever happens to the Scorpions, we still have the magnitude, the power, the resilience, and the agility to compete with big names in African football. As we know, as I said earlier, the Unique Global are the technology partner of the Gambia Football Federation, which they introduced of awarding man of the match of any time that the Scorpions of the Gambia played an international game. We've seen various players been securing or scoping that award. Luckily for this lad who make his first full international debut, Mahmoud Bajo was awarded the man of the match, and who handed over him the award is nobody other than the assistant coach of the senior national team, the Scorpions, Alaji Sar, who is the assistant coach. Among the things that we see that first-class electronic gadgets that were donated by Unique were given to the player. Congratulations to Dabo, and this is what we expect from our young lads, that we believe they are the future prospect and the future talent and key players of the Gambia. Start performing now, maintain your form, maintain your fitness, and focus. Mahmoud Bajo against Tunisia is a star in the making for the Scorpions and the Gambian public in general. Mahmoud's performance was exceptional. His composure on the ball, defensive work rate, and ability to link up play were completely remarkable, and this is what is expected. This performance was rated 7.0 over 10, which is really a very good one, and it is a very good impact to a young player as such. After the game, we've seen people speaking their mind, giving their opinions. We know it's football. You win, lose, and draw. But like this one, we've seen a former Gambian international, Demba Sanyang, directed his opinion to nobody other than Musa Barrow, whom we know is a hard fact that the Gambian will want to swallow, or either they like the fact or not, but it's the truth. We are not doing eye service. We are doing lip service. Lip service, in a sense, what we see is what we talked about. Presently, Gambia's senior national team will really struggle without Musa Barrow. If you can see, we are having players who are playing top league, that's true. Top competition, that's true. But so far, he's the only consistent Gambian player who is scoring week in, week out, and assisting week in, week out. Players like those are really needed in a team, and they can carry the team, because each team is built with a player. Musa, whom Demba classified as a player who did not do good in the Gambia. The goal that the Gambia scored was assisted by nobody other than Musa. If there was no assistant, I don't think the goal will be. So if he was bad, at least he tried by giving us the 3 points. How? By assisting the lone goal that give us the benefit. Players, they go through a lot on and off the pitch that fans don't know. But why players are muted on that is they choose to be footballers. They choose to be professionals. This is time they are paying the pain of being a professional player. For the general public who may not know, as our colleague Isalo wrote, that in 2018, Musa Barrow sustained an eye injury on a training ground of the senior national team when Gambia were preparing to play against Benin. But it's a national team duty where he sustained that eye injury, but the national team cannot treat Musa Barrow. He have to make sure he contacted, with the help of Sadibu Kamaso, who is the chairman of Team Restore Confident, going further to make sure Musa Barrow have the appropriate and the correct treatment he needed for his eyes. But with all that, Musa Barrow swallowed that. As a patriot citizen and a player, he played with that eye injury. How many Gambians know? Few. Who feel the pain is him. Who give us the joy is him. Another international game also, Musa Barrow, who also played with what? A broken finger. And that broken finger is very painful for a player to use a broken finger and play with it, which really it's not what is expected. And at the end of the day, how many Gambian players know that Musa Barrow sacrificed and played with that broken finger? Yes, we have the right to criticize any player, but let us also say the good thing that they do. This is why Abdullah Ibrahim Jassy denied completely and said, through Gamfoot, I don't agree with Demba Sanya. I totally disagree with that opinion. Musa was all over the pitch. In fact, in many cases, he had to leave his position to support our players in position as one of our best players and always, which we completely agree, and that is the fact. So, thumbs up to the national team generally, thumbs up also for Musa Barrow, having all those pain, bearing them just for the sake of the love that you have for the Gambia, the sake of the love that you have for the country. We were sorry for those pains. This is what it takes. Players go through a lot. Let's give them their due and we salute them. We've seen a very good gesture that came in Jambanjeli. As we know, a renowned football agent, Sekou Sedi, donated an amount of 100,000 to the community that he comes from, which is Jambanjeli, and he's a true son of Jambanjeli. This is what we expect. Those who are on top or who are better, help the needy. More especially where you come from. Do not forget your roots. Do not forget whatever you can do to make sure you develop sports, particularly in the Gambia. The 100,000 that was given was divided into two. The 50,000 was given to the Jambanjeli Sports Committee. The other 50,000 was given to the Jambanjeli second division team that relegates. At least they use that 50,000 to manage themselves, uplift themselves, organize themselves to come back stronger, to making so that team remain in Jambanjeli. But we can see in the presentation, or during the presentation, the Alcalo, who speak on behalf of Sedi, express gratitude and joy by saying that he is happy and proud of Sedi, who did not forget his roots, who give back to the community that he comes from, which is a good thing and a good step on the right direction. As a true son of Jambanjeli, he demonstrated his commitment and his unwavering support. It doesn't stop there. The chairman of the Village Development Committee was also present in the ceremony, who also expressed the same gratitude as the Alcalo said, but he went further to emphasize and appeal to Sedi to make sure he focused and support that of the grassroots football development in Jambanjeli. Not just to stop there. As a renowned agent, after trying to develop the grassroots sports level in Jambanjeli, the VDC chairman, who is Mr. Bajo, also appealed for Sedi to at least take local talents out of the country to market them to the international world in Jambanjeli and the surrounding of Jambanjeli. Congratulations to Sedi and that of the Jambanjeli General. We know pre-season is on. Leagues are on preparation in the Gambia and that of in Senegal. But Senegal are demonstrating a power of commitment and a power of loving the game of football by leaving their own home country in Senegal, coming to the Gambia here by spending their own coffers as a senior club and a big club, because we know that football is expensive. Having your boss putting fuel on it on daily basis, renting parks to another country to play, renting where you are to spend the night, feeding the footballers, this is all about commitment. If a team is not committed, or if a league is not well structured, no team will be committed. I just wish and hope the Gambia Football Federation should copy directly from the Senegalese Football Federation to develop the Gambian league, because it's going to be difficult for a Gambian first division team to have such facility or such financial powers to do so. Let's follow their league. It is a professional league. Gambia have been crying for professional league in many years. Every year, it is a music string that sing on our eardrums. We are tired of the dancing tune. All the legs that we are dancing for the international or the professional league are dead and tired. Make the Gambia international. If you cannot, just let's enjoy the hard league and the poor league that we are having in the Gambia here. We saw them play Real de Banjul at, in an exciting 1-1 draw in an international friendly. The game was held at the Basori Mini Stadium, which showcased a high-level composition and both sides prepared for the upcoming season. Abdoulaye Balde scored for Real de Banjul earlier in the first half, but however, Casa Sport fought back and responded, which they were rewarded a very good dynamic in a moment whereby when Lai Bah converted a penalty that gave them the 1-1 draw, and the game ended in a stalemate encounter. It was a friendly competition because Gambia and Senegal, we are one. It will be hard to be divided. In conclusion, we know the GNOC aspiring presidential candidates are on their campaign. Of recent, we've seen Jagana with his team Yoka Ndam. Yoka Ndam that he came with, he also came with a manifest with 5 pillars. Among those manifests is 1 is governance, 2 women, 3 youth development, 4 athlete welfare, and global excellence. He said, together, building a future where Gambian sports thrive locally and shine internationally. He is asking for the Gambian sports fraternity to create a legacy of integrity, inclusion, and success. We are yet to see the manifest of the other candidates, but I know they are working on it. This is what we need. Come and lead our sports areas. Come with a manifest that we, the media, can hold you account if you bypass what you said. Without this manifest, the media cannot hold you accountable. Because with this, you are working hard, and if you go off, the media will bring you back. This is your manifest. Why you are not working with that? This is where we are to stop for today. Join us next week here on Star TV, the same time, the same place. Bye-bye for now.